Good evening, and it's great to have you with us as we near the end of another consequential week in this country. So much news, and tonight is no exception. The late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg breaking another barrier today, becoming the first woman, the first Jewish person to lie in state. And just before we came on the air tonight, news from the White House coming in, sources telling ABC News that President Trump intends to pick Amy Coney Barrett to the Supreme Court. The president is expected to officially make the announcement tomorrow, and the news comes, of course, just hours after the final public farewell to Justice Ginsburg, lying in state at the Capitol. Members of Congress paying tribute, later her coffin taking a final journey. Women members of Congress from both parties watching, paying their respects as she was carried down those steps. And so tonight here, as a nation pays tribute, there is also late reporting on what comes next. Just 39 days now until the election. President Trump said he would name a replacement by week's end, and it appears he's on track to do so. Terry Moran with late reporting tonight from the court.
Tonight, sources tell ABC News President Trump intends his third pick for the nation's highest court to be Judge Amy Coney Barrett from the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Seventh Circuit. Barrett, a graduate and former law professor at the University of Notre Dame, is a mother of 7 and devout Catholic. She is a favorite of anti-abortion rights groups and was pressed by senators in her 2017 confirmation hearing.
The conclusion one draws is that the dogma lives loudly within you, and that's of concern.
Barrett told senators her faith would not impact her decisions.
It's never appropriate for a judge to impose that judge's personal convictions, whether they derive from faith or anywhere else on the law.
Barrett would push the court farther to the right as the Capitol bade a final, majestic farewell to Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg today.
Forward. Forward.
A military honor guard carrying her flag-draped casket across the plaza and up the stairs in perfect, solemn procession.
Ready, step.
Ginsburg becoming the first woman and the first Jewish person to lie in state in the Capitol, breaking 2 more final barriers. Among the invited attendees, Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden and his wife Jill, and seated next to them at the socially distanced ceremony, Elizabeth Salas, Ginsburg's longtime housekeeper. Rabbi Lauren Holtzblatt spoke briefly of Justice Ginsburg's long and unfinished struggle for equality for all in America.
Today we stand in sorrow, and tomorrow we, the people, must carry on Justice Ginsburg's legacy.
Opera star Denise Graves, a favorite of Ginsburg's, sang an anthem.
America, America, I gave my best to you.
And after, Speaker Pelosi led members of Congress to pay respects, women first. A final salute from the Capitol Police, and then she was carried out.
Ready, step.
Women lawmakers from both political parties lining the steps. And as the hearse departed, a final wave for the notorious RBG.
And so let's bring in Terry Moran at the Supreme Court again tonight for us. And Terry, let's get back to that breaking headline as we come on. I know sources telling ABC News at this hour that the president does intend to pick Amy Coney Barrett as a Supreme Court pick. And the president has said he would like a vote before the election.
He sure would, David. He thinks it's a great political issue for him, and the GOP Senate leadership will again do his bidding. The Judiciary Committee, headed by Lindsey Graham, planning hearings for the second week in October, with a vote possibly coming before Election Day or shortly thereafter. This despite that ABC News poll that shows a strong majority, 57% of the American public, that's a lot of Republicans too, think the next president, the president elected in November, should fill Ruth Ginsburg's seat. David?
Terry Moran leading us off with the breaking developments tonight. Terry, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.